Mic check, mic check. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's make sure this shit looks good. Okay. Sit up or sit up. Okay. What is up, everybody? My name is Marcus Marks. If you're new here, I'm a music producer, recording engineer. I rap as well. If you're already subscribed, then you know that I haven't uploaded in a long time. So, and you can see by the numbers that my channel took a pretty good hit. You know, I was on my way to like 500 subscribers, got there, and then everything basically slowed down because I stopped uploading and stuff. You know, I have my reasons, but yeah, this is like the fourth attempt at this because I've been trying to get this freaking mic boom adjusted the right way. You know, it's been bugging me. I don't like that it covers my mouth, but whatever. Like I had it on this side coming out this way, and then I had it coming this way at me, and then I moved it over here. So it's been a pain in the ass. But and then the lighting. I'm new to creating content, and I've never dealt with like cameras and stuff like that before. So yeah, it's been a pain in the ass to, but we're here now, and I'm creating content again. So basically I started out doing music, and then I stopped for a while. I've been doing it for 13 years, on and off. The biggest break I ever took was, I want to say 8 months or something like that. But then, it would just be on and off. So long story short, we're doing a podcast now as far as like content goes. It's called PO3 Podcast. If you guys want to check it out, it'll be on the featured channels. So go ahead and go in there and look for that. And then you'll see PO3 Podcast. And then you'll also see Lujan Gaming. So go check out his channel if you're into gaming. He has like quality content. He's a really dope dude, man. He'll shout you out. He'll show you love. You just got to mess with his channel as well, and become a subscriber and stuff. And he'll sub you back, most likely. But he's dope. I've done content for him before, and I game as well. Every now and then, we'll get together and we'll create some content of like Call of Duty or something like that. But I'm actually trying to do some stuff for his channel right now, involving the podcast. And then I want to keep coming up with like just ideas. I hit him up the other day because I got all this camera gear and stuff. I wanted to see how he was doing first of all, and then I was like, dude, I got all this stuff, and I know my music channel is just like sitting there and stuff. I want to kind of create again, like what ideas do I do? So we were kind of like brainstorming, going over ideas. But originally what I wanted to do was me and my boy GALVXY. Shout out to GALVXY. He's another dope producer. He's been producing probably a little bit longer than me, probably like another year more than me. But what we wanted to do was start a music podcast channel. So maybe, we don't have a name or anything like that yet, but like we wanted to start a music podcast and then see where that goes. So I don't know if it's going to happen or not. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, oh well. I'll try and do stuff like this on my own channel and create content. But yeah, man, it's been a bumpy road. I stopped uploading. My channel took a big hit because, one, because of the algorithm change, the adpocalypse, everything that happened with all that. And then not uploading for a solid year is obviously going to affect your numbers and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm lucky now if I get like 20 views, like versus before I would get like, I want to say like 500, 300 on a regular. And then if it did really good, I would get in the thousands. And then one of my videos, it got like 50,000 views, which I thought was pretty cool. And then when I started producing for other people and stuff, that's when I really started getting more views. Like the biggest one I hit was 1.1 million on a song that I produced. And then, yeah, you just type in my name, Marcus Marks, and it'll probably come up and this and that. So I thought that was pretty cool, I worked on mixtapes for people and this and that. Shout out Mans One. He's a dope rapper from the area that I'm from. If you want to find out, you go check out his channel. I don't want to say. And then yeah, Mans One. I've produced a lot of his stuff. Me and my boy GALVXY actually worked on a couple of his projects together, and he's dope because he's always putting together like features for people and this and that. He's always getting features somehow. He's a hustler, so that's what he does. He hustles music, like he hustles hard when it comes to music. Like I haven't met anybody that works as hard as him when it comes to like creating, other than my boy GALVXY, you know, always creating content and stuff like when it comes to music. But yeah, you know, somewhere along the line though, why I stopped uploading is, I mean, it's personal, but I mean, everybody goes through stuff. And if you want to find out more, go check out the PO3 podcast. I'll put a link for it down below. It's in the featured channels. I'll even link Lujan Gaming's and GALVXY or Man's One if you guys want to check them out as well, because I fuck with them heavy with music and content creations. And these are people that, you know, I've known for a long time. So yeah, so I mean, obviously I stopped doing music and stuff. I honestly just like lost the passion for it as far as like producing goes, and I felt like I hit a plateau. And like every time I would produce a song, I just felt like it was so structured and it was just like commercial, and there was really no art aspect to it. I just felt like I was creating just to put out a song so I could sell it. You know, the fun was no longer there, and the creativity was like no longer flowing anymore. Like none of that was like reflecting in my music anymore. It was just like, yeah, it's a good song and it's dope and it slaps, but like there's no, like it didn't reflect who I am as a producer and like how my mind works. Like I'm real abstract and stuff. And GALVXY as well, like all his music is like pretty crazy. There's layers to his music, you know, and that's you know, he's a big part of the reason why I started producing, you know, because I used to love listening to his music. And I would always, back in the MySpace days, I remember he would upload something and I would go listen to it and I'd just be like this. Damn, like I'd just be like, fuck, how come I can't produce that well? But I wasn't like hating, I was like inspired by it. Like I just wanted to be that good of a producer, you know. And slowly but surely I got a lot better, you know. I started out pretty shitty. Like I'm gonna do a segment where I dive into like my old beats and stuff, and I open the archives and I'll go over all my like cringy beats and stuff, and like just give my feedback and do my reactions on that stuff. So that's another thing that I can do with this content, because I broke out the camera, I set up the whatever I was gonna set up, the mic and all that, the lighting, and then honestly I didn't know what the hell I was gonna talk about. Had no idea. I just thought, you know, just sit down and, you know, just talk music a little bit, and then a little bit about the channel and as far as like what I wanted to do and stuff. So yeah, that's one of the ideas. And when I was talking to Lujan Gaming about like stuff that I can do as far as like content goes and like creativity, one of the ideas that came up was okay, so I learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube a while back, and yeah, so yeah, it is what it is. I learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube, and then long story short, I did this video called Freestyle Rapping While Solving the Rubik's Cube Under a Minute. So that was like the whole premise of the video. Like I'm solving a Rubik's Cube under a minute while I'm freestyle rapping to one of my own beats. So like in the cubing community, like when you become a cuber, like hitting the under a minute mark is like a milestone into becoming like a speed cuber and this and that. So like, yeah, real nerdy shit. But yeah, so I'm probably going to do something like that. I don't know if I'm going to be freestyle rapping or anything, but I don't know. I kind of want to focus more on the music aspect of it, but he brought that up, and I thought it was actually a pretty cool idea, because I was telling him that like had that content had been created with like better quality, like a camera and audio and all this and that, like it probably would have been a pretty dope video, because I don't know. Just like that was a cool premise. I've never seen nobody freestyle rap and solve a Rubik's Cube under a minute. I mean, you guys have seen Logic do it, but I mean, anybody could solve a Rubik's Cube. Honestly, if I could solve it, you guys could solve it. Like, it's not hard. I could talk about my Red Bull addiction. Shout out Red Bull. I should have a sponsor by now. How much I drink it, I have to drink one every day. If it's not Red Bull, it's coffee. But yeah, so I want to dive into like my my old beats and stuff and just bring them up. But I don't know how I'm gonna do it, because I know that you have to have like streaming stuff in order for you to like hear what I'm doing on the actual computer, because I can play this stuff through my phone, but it's not going to do it justice. So, I mean, I can try it just for now, but I don't know, because I have a lot of beats. I mean, I guess I could, but yeah, I want to be able to put like the typical Twitch type style streaming, and then or type of videos where like you see me like this picture right here in like a little box in the corner, and then me like going over my beats and stuff. But I want you guys to be able to like hear what I'm actually doing, like as far as like the beats go and stuff, because I don't know how I'm going to record it live and get like a live reaction out of and giving my feedback on the actual beats, you know. But I mean, I guess I could sync them up. I don't know. I could try. I mean, I could try and just sync it up. But yeah, that's one of the ideas I wanted to do. So like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna call this segment or anything. It's just gonna be me bullshitting and maybe talking about music and stuff and this and that and get into my story, you know. But I just thought, since I have this stuff, I want to take advantage of it and do something with music, you know, because it's one of the passions that, you know, it's still on my heart. But I just didn't know what to do with it anymore. So this is one step towards doing that, and I definitely want to keep putting out music. Eventually, I just got to make sure that I'm in the right mind space to actually do that, which is pretty cool. You know, I thought I was one of the, not the only ones, but you know, I didn't think that other people had a problem like creating or getting beat blocks or anything like that, because when you see people create music, they make it look so easy. You know, especially rappers, like they'll hop in the studio and they'll write a verse within like 20 minutes and their verse is fire and it's done, you know. I guess I was just oblivious to the fact that, you know, not everyone does it that way, because for me, like, I seen that and I'm like, dude, how come I can't come up with like stuff or beats like this quick or this? And they're like, I'll have beat block a lot. And my whole point was Andre 3000, I think, was on the Rick Rubin podcast, and he was talking about how like he's like hypersensitive or something like that. I think he deals with depression, but he was saying how it stifled his creativity and stuff, and that really resonated with me because it prevented me from creating content and like making beats. You know, there'd be times where, like I said, I would take time off from making beats because of certain things. But check out the PO3 podcast for that. Yeah, so I mean, I definitely want to dive into stuff like that. But let me see how much time I got here. 12 minutes. Oh wow. Yeah. So okay. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I want to pull up some old music and then just check it out and then give my like genuine reaction on it. So 1 second. I hit a roadblock. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I can pull it up on my phone, but I don't want it to sound crap. Like I want it to maybe I'll have to, like I said, go back in and then I'll sync it to what the hell I'm talking about here. So like I'll pull the beat up, I'll give my reaction to it, like for real, and then I'll have to go in and like sync up the beat with my reaction and stuff. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, but I can do it. So for now, I guess I could just pull it up on my phone. I can connect my phone to this thing here. It's a little Bose speaker, so I'll try that. I really hope this doesn't mess up the audio because it's going to try and connect to my Bluetooth. I need to turn Bluetooth off, but I can't because I got a Bluetooth keyboard. Please don't connect to my Mac. It did it. It messed it up. It's still recording though. I didn't know I can do that. Okay, so yeah, you learn something new every day. Okay. So we'll go into my first beat that I ever did on my YouTube channel. So it's called Zed's Dead Type Beat, produced by Marcus Marks, of course. Yeah, we know it's your channel. Okay. I guess I can put up like the picture of the thumbnail or something like that. I'm gonna see how loud it is. Hold on. Is this a good idea though, since I'm gonna be syncing it up? And honestly, I don't even think I have this beat anymore. Yeah, I don't even think I have this beat anymore. Fuck it, we're gonna do it this way. That little bass line. 13 likes, 1.1k views 7 years ago. Oh my God, that's actually pretty good for me. I'm not gonna lie, the bass line's okay. The bass line is all right. Turn this down. That stupid lead, dude. I used to do leads like that all the time. Like I went crazy with the pitch bend wheel. Okay, so already one thing that I noticed that's like super repetitive. Like, okay, I have a 4-bar loop going. Let me see. And I think, okay, yeah. So it's a 4-bar loop and it's reversed keys. I think I laid the keys down and then like reversed them, put like a flanger on there or something like that. And then I put the lead over. And then I have like these stupid drums with like this snare that doesn't even fit. And my hi-hats are like super unmixed for sure. Cause I didn't know how to EQ then. But my main thing like back when I first started I don't know where I got this from, but it was probably like listening to like Gap Band and stuff. And they put like those crazy leads in. So I went crazy with that, and I put in the guitar lead, as you can hear. And okay, here. So my tattoos, right? So when I first started getting these tattoos, I remember I had this beat on my SoundCloud for a while, and then when I met my tattoo artist, I remember telling him like, yo, because you converse with your artist, you can be sit there for like 3 hours. And of course, music got brought up that I do music and stuff. And he was like, yeah, where's your stuff, bro? Like, I'll check it out, you know? And I was like, hey, just pull it up right here. So like I had the balls to do that knowing that my shit was not that good. And then pulled it up, and this was one of the songs that I showed him, and then like surprisingly enough, he like for whatever reason thought it was dope. He was probably being nice, but I can't believe that I was like going around showing people like my beats that that I used to put out back then, because they were so like the quality was horrible. Like it was barely a beat, you know. Oh wow. Okay, so I forgot about this part. This is how long it's been. Joe Rogan podcast was like something I used to listen to like every single day religiously, like back in 2010 or something like that. Like I started listening to it on an app called Stitcher before he was what he is now. Like, I mean, he was big back then for sure, but like it wasn't like every other person that you come across listens to Joe Rogan. It was like, it was pretty like rare that anybody, like people used to look at you like funny when you would like tell them you were listening to a podcast. I remember numbers of like on numerous occasions where people would ask me what the hell I'm listening to, like who you bumping in there, but like Joe Rogan, like it's a podcast. Like what the hell are you talking about? So anyway, long story short, I took a clip of him and this other dude, Duncan Trussell, like, and I took the clip and I put it in there. Super dramatic. Super dramatic. I'm trying not to cringe here. It's hard to listen to this. And then obviously the camera. So awkward right now.
And creation is taking something from the nothingness and bringing it into something.
Ooh, I forgot I did that. Okay, we get the idea. I forgot I did that. Okay, so what I put in it, like, that was like, okay, so a lot of my friends back in the day, like people that I used to hang out with, were really heavy into like dubstep and stuff like that. So I wanted to produce them because I wanted to show them, you know, showcase my freaking lame music. So I learned how to do like a little dubstep wobble. I forget how I did it, but I don't even remember. I think I used like Massive. I want to say Massive. And then I took like whatever sound. I went on YouTube. How do you create dubstep wobble? You know, the whole thing, the whole 9 yards. Took that, and then like I remember having to. Did somebody knock? I remember having to like put them in like separate like sections. Like one section, this lead, two sections would, the second section would be like the second part of that, just different sound, but a different like wobble rate. Like I didn't do it within one track. And then, yeah, so I thought it was the coolest thing ever and this and that, but not a bad beat. Let me see. I gotta come up with like a rating system for it. I'll give it a solid 3. I'm gonna give that a freaking 3. You know what? No, I'm gonna give it a 4. I give that a 4. Okay. Let's go. Okay, I can pick up my second beat. No. Okay, so let's go Yellow Claw DJ Snake type beat, Velocitraptor. 5.8K views 5 years ago. Not bad. It's loading. "20 minutes in. I'll probably do one more beat after this and then I'm gonna wrap it up. This is why I didn't want to do it this way, just because, like, I want you to be able to hear the quality of the beat. Like, it's not quality, but I want you to hear the whole beat.
Get your hands up, get your hands up, get your hands up, get your hands up, get your hands, get your hands, get your hands up, get your hands, get your hands up.
It's only 5:30 up. I'm treating it like it's 12 at night. Fuck that shit, man. Kind of slaps. Kind of slaps. Oh, I changed the beat. Damn it. That was an accident. Okay. Anyway, there's a second drop to that beat, but I'm not gonna showcase it. I will give that beat a 6. I'm gonna give that beat a 6. Here's why. Somebody used it for their workout video one time, and I thought that was pretty dope. And it was like around the time where I discovered like Ricky Remedy in them and like trap. So like they combined like dubstep with like hip hop and used heavy 808s and this and that. But it was like a lot of EDM elements like integrated in the beat. So they called it trap. That was like really popular like 5-6 years ago or something like that. And they used them at like a lot of raves and shit. I remember like that would be like my, because I liked EDM, but like not crazy. I liked more like trance and stuff, or even house. But I remember like taking a liking to trap music just because it still had the hip hop element integrated in it. Hold on, I'm gonna check something. I keep hearing something. I hope it ain't people trying to tell me to shut the hell up. Okay, I'll do one more. The only reason I'm like going like letting the beat play is just because the quality, like you're hearing it through a freaking speaker, through a microphone. I wanted you to be able to hear the shit in your ear, like through the actual program. Pharrell Williams type beat. Sold. I'm sold. 2.1K views. See what I'm talking about? And this was 5 years ago, like 2.1K views. Like now I'm like lucky to crack that. If I crack that, I have yet to crack it. Like in the last couple of years, I haven't hit 1,000 views in a while on my own channel. Okay, so I like the bass line. The bass line is dope. That snare too, it's all right. Shout out Superstar. Oh man, I remember. Okay, so like Superstar O is a really dope producer, and that sound that you're hearing, that little like Rose music box sound, is from one of his presets in Massive. So he put out a preset bank. I forget what the hell it was called, but it was a Superstar O pack, and it came with like all kinds of crazy R&B sounds and stuff like that. But shout out to him, dude. And okay, so the keys that are actually in there, like the actual melody, it was a MIDI file. So I bought one of his MIDI files, and it was called like Old School R&B Banger Kit or something like that. So I got one of the files, and then you drag it into Logic, and then basically what it does is it brings the exact keys up that whoever created that MIDI file, and you could change the sounds and stuff. So it gives you like a melody, and all you got to do is like add drums and but it gives you the keys. So I did that, and then I put the Massive. I gotta put. That's what I want to do too. So like I want to be able to like deconstruct these beats. But I can't do that right now because you can't see what's going on my screen. So I want to pull up Massive and go to the actual plugin that I use to use it. But yeah, so, and two, another cool thing about that beat was it was one of those beats where not a lot of people would have touched it because it was R&B. And a lot of people like to, like, they want to be on some hard rap shit, that is what it is, that's what sells. But I remember working with an artist called KP, Kenneth Page. He's made a pretty good name for himself. He ended up buying that. Not buying it. I gave it to him for one of his mixtapes. I ended up doing like 6 songs on his mixtapes. And one of those songs on the mixtape actually hit 1 million views on YouTube just recently, actually, because it was uploaded 3 years ago. And it hit 1 million views. So I was pretty, stoked about that. But it wasn't that type of beat, but yeah, same artist. So yeah, I mean, it's not a bad beat, honestly. I mean, because it's not a bad beat because the melodies are actually real melodies. Like somebody played those keys. I just put the sounds to them, but the drums, let me see. They're okay. I mean, they're not the best. Like I said, the snare's okay. The hats are pretty typical. I put like a freaking open hi-hat in there like every, so often, and then the kicks or whatever. But the main thing about these beats is why like they're not up to my standards anymore is because when I first started making stuff like that, like I didn't know how to mix or anything like that. Like I had no idea what I was doing when it came to mixing, Like obviously you learn the more that you go, but yeah, I mean the mixing was not that good. Like sonically, it just nothing was separated. Everything was like kind of down the middle, and I didn't like everything was just like the highs were super high, the lows were too low, and there was like the mids were all muffled and everything. So it's just like, I don't know. I mean, that's stuff that you learned over the years, and you have to develop an ear for that type of thing. But that's gonna be the last beat that I'm gonna do for now, just because I don't want the freaking sound to be like horrible, like because I don't know how that's gonna sound coming through the mic. You know what I mean? And I want to give like, it's hard to give like a reaction, just hearing it through like that. But that's the type of stuff I want to do. Just stuff along those lines. So yeah, so I mean, let me see. We are 28 minutes in, so I mean, I think that's good enough. Not bad for winging it, Sorry. I didn't have anything prepared. I just wanted to turn this thing on and go, So I plan on doing this a lot more though. So now that I got this set up, I'm gonna do it a lot more. So next time I'm gonna figure out how to possibly, turn it into like a stream thing where you can see what I'm doing on the computer. Because I definitely want to like I said, go through my archives and then like bring up my horrible beats and stuff, and then give my honest reaction on them, or listen to other people's beats and stuff. Yeah, and then do something like that. But for sure gonna be creating more stuff. So I mean, if you guys like the content, I would really appreciate you guys if subscribing, drop me a like, and then for sure go hit up the PO3 Podcast, check that out with me and Victor Jr., and check out, like I said, Mans One, Lujan Gaming, and GALVXY Music, if you guys want some more good content. So yeah, my name is Marcus Marks, and I'll catch you guys, next time.